Leash System 101. First of all, the position is the most important thing. It's got to be high up on the neck, right behind the ears, right under their chin. Make sure of that. It's really loose, but it stays up in this position. Pulling on it means no. Releasing it means yes. Everything that you do with your dog can be that black and white. No and yes. No and yes. So if your dog is sitting nicely, the leash needs to be in the yes position. If they're not sitting nicely, it needs to be in the no position until they're sitting, and then you release it. A lot of people, though, they start jerking on it, and this says yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. How indecisive and awful for your dog. You know, if you think about what would you do with your kid? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. They'd like go crazy soon. Well, your dog will too. So jerking on a leash doesn't really tell them much. It's a gentle approach of a no answer or a yes answer. Some dogs need more aggressive of a no. They're going to need to have it cinched up a little bit tighter to get it through to them. But in the long run, this is actually way more polite, much more humane than any kind of a pinch collar or shock collar, things that people do to their dogs and they think that it's okay. But then people freak out if you do this slip leash and the dog throws a temper tantrum. Temper tantrums happen in all parts of the animal kingdom. Okay, good. Okay, he's going to lay down. Go ahead. And I'm going to show you that if I wanted him to stay in a sit stay, I'm just using the leash to go back into his sit because I didn't tell him to lay down yet. He was still technically in his sit stay. Leash is loose now again because he's in the correct position. Now, if I decide that I want to let him lay down, then I'm going to put him in the down position myself, ripper down. It now became my idea instead of his. But if I want him in a sit, he better stay in his sit until I tell him otherwise. That makes the most clear sense to him.